Diba? Okay, simulan na natin ang kwentuhan. I'm curious lang, Direk and Miss Mado or Rywin, anong nauna? Casting o kwento? At kung nauna yung kwento, did you had to audition or handpick si Ryrie?
Nauna po yung kwento.
Okay.
So, we made sure muna na buo yung kwento bago namin i-offer sa cast.
Okay.
For Mujige, nagkaroon kami ng casting call.
Okay.
Napakaraming nag-audition and she ultimately performed really well and kinuha niya yung, yung attention at puso namin. So we got Ryrie.
Direk, what were the requirements o yung hinahanap nyo sa lead role ni Mujige?
Ideally, gusto talaga namin may lahing Koreano at marunong makapagsalita.
Meron siya.
Koreano ka ba, Pilipino? Pilipino po siya. Hindi po siya marunong mag-Koreano, pero para sa pelikulang ito, natuto po siyang mag-Koreano.
Oh!
Yes.
Nag-aral siya.
Yes, for 3 weeks. And when we shot in Korea, at trivia lang, yung mga tao doon, they thought na she's pure Korean because she speaks really great Korean.
Wow! Okay, Ryrie, anong pakiramdam when you got the role ng Mujige? Ano na?
Appreciate ko po yung bukas.
Wow! Pero mahirap ba yon na natuto kang mag-Korean in 3 weeks?
Hindi po.
Dali lang. So you can converse with ano? Ayun. Okay. A requirement din talaga kasi ang role niya makakasama madalas si Jisoo. Oh.
Dahil galing po siyang Korea, kailangan niya talaga nagko-Koreano siya.
Okay. Si Sunny naman, Alexa, ikaw, kailangan ba? Required ka din o hindi naman?
Hindi naman po, thank the Lord.
Thankfully, hindi kami hindi ka ni-required.
Hindi naman.
But were you invited to play the role of Sunny? Were you handpicked to do this?
Was I direct? I think si Direk po ang makakasagot talaga niya.
Hindi. Pinili talaga namin si Alexa. Hindi po siya nagkaroon ng audition or to anyone. It was really for Alexa.
For Jisoo naman.
Si Miss Madonna ang makakasagot.
Ayan, Miss Mado, paano si Jisoo? Paano napili?
No, kasi we were really looking for a Korean actor. And we needed to shoot soon, no? So, nagtuturo po kasi ako sa Believe ng Film Management. Yung aking co-teacher, si Wanggo Galiaga, told me, oh, you're looking for a Korean actor. You know there's a Korean actor who's here. Sabi ko, ha? Sino? Tapos sabi niya, ito. Pinakita niya sa akin. Sabi ko, ay, familiar ko. I wonder who's the manager. Because kailangan. So, I researched and then I spoke to SB Town, si Tatang, Robin, and then si Kathleen Go of Universal. So, yun. And then we pitched it to Jisoo and he liked it and he had a lot of suggestions actually. Kasi syempre, you know, we needed resource people also for the story and he gave it a really good perspective. So, yung role niya na-envision namin even grew further when we started talking to him.
Wow.
So, yun. Napaka-importante ng role niya dito sa pelikula.
And what's Jesus' reaction when he got the offer to portray Jisung? What was your reaction when you were offered the role?
It was really hard to film here. I mean, actually, in these days, it's hard to do film. You know, it's hard to find the film, and especially this genre, like family drama. You know, when you go to cinema, there's always like comedy, like action, but it's hard to watch it, the family drama. So I thought it's like very unique movie, and also it's like the story of like with Korean guy and I also watched it about documentary about Copino. So I was actually it was kind of negative way. So I want to show them it could be a positive way, even it's like we are Filipino. So I want to show that as a Korean, like good way.
Right.
So I'm trying to do my best. Yeah.
Did you have to learn Filipino?
Yeah, I learned just few words.
Okay.
Like in the movie, like masalubo,
Okay.
and like you know, just few words. Like,
But were you lucky that the little kid, the child actress, knows how to speak Korean?
yeah, she is genius. She learned really fast. So
Can we hear you talk in Korean right now?
안녕하세요.
Talk to Jisoo, talk to Jisoo.
Noon, sige na. 저는 6살이고 나중에 만나게 되면 또 한국말로 살아가세요.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's intonation is really like Korean accent.
Wow. O, ikaw naman, Rufa May. Ito na, inaabangan na.
Papaturo nga ako ng
Oh,
ayaw
go.
sa'yo. Yan pa lang eh, hindi ko umabot siya, siya, fight, ano yun? Whitey ba yun? Whitey. Alam niyo yun? Go.
Whitey.
Whitey.
O, pero ang role mo dito, kapitana ka.
Oo. Kapitana po ako. Surprise yung role ko dito. Napin niyo ako sa movie. Basta ako yung rainbow.
Wow. Kasi Pichi, parang ang tagal na rin namin.
Hindi ako nagdadrama kasi sila kaya naging rainbow na lang.
Ah.
Yan ang ibig sabihin ng Mujik eh.
Rainbow. Pero ang tagal na namin kasi ikaw din hindi nakikita sa movie.
Correct. Kaya nga, so ngayon nakikita na nila ako. Rainbow na. Nakapitana.
Nakapitana. Si Rufa May,
Kasi
handy
heavy
siya.
drama to eh.
Heavy drama. Ikaw yung comic relief, parang ganon.
Sana.
Ah.
Depende sa kanila. Baka mamaya tayo lang natutuwa eh. Kasi
Correct.
si Derek, si Mama Donna. Pero definitely natutuwa ako na makita po kayong lahat. Parang ngayon lang ako ulit nakapag-press ko, di ba Tita Aster? Ever. So, ganyan yung sa media ko. Parang ngayon, di ba matagal tayo hindi nagkita-kita?
Yes.
So parang nakakatuwa. You know that? It's very fun. The Philippines. With my fans. Family, February.
Kung sa mapunta itong sagot ni Rufa
Hindi,
May.
cameo role kasi ako dito. Kaya sinasabi ko na agad na maganda yung role pero minsan lang ako makilalabas.
Wow! Kaya kailangan
So, lalabas lang ako ito may rainbow lang. Lalabas ako sa pinaka-ano lang, surprise.
Wag naman sa pinakadulo. Okay.
Ay, nasa dulo ba? Hindi naman.
Simulan-
First and last.
Simulan na natin yung Q&A, Rufa May, baka kung saan pa tayo mapunta. May mga questions tayo dito na sinabit na ng ating mga kasamahan sa press, but we'll also give opportunity later kung sino yung gusto magtanong right here sa ating press con. Let's start with this question from Janelle Estilor from Cinema Bravo. For Miss Madonna. Miss Mado, what happened during the long hiatus ng UXS? And what prompted you to produce movies again?
I think it has always been naman in our minds na magbabalik pelikula kami, pero mas madali kasi yung bumalik kami sa paggawa ng series. So, yun yung Comedy Island, yun yung Last One Laughing Philippines, malaking bagay kasi ng streaming platforms na po-produce din. So, yun yung parang mas madali for us. Pero, ang aming kasing chairman, si Mr. Tony Gloria, has always been a film buff. He came from Viva as a creative supervisor and then put up Unitel. So, it has always been in his head na pelikula gusto rin niyang gawin, maliban sa commercials. So, 2003, gumawa kami ng Crying Ladies and sunod-sunod yon. Kaya lang, alam nyo naman, hindi ganun kadaling gumawa ng pelikula. So, after Maledicto, may gagawin sana kami with ABS-CBN na si Randolph din naman yung magdidirect, no? Pero, nag-pandemic, so huminto muna kami. And then after pandemic, we needed to parang reorganize ourselves. We needed to concentrate, of course, on restarting the business. Advertising has always been there. It never left us kasi alam mo naman advertising, the daily grind of that. So that has always been there. But talagang plano namin bumalik ng pelikula. And ang isip lang namin, we started actually attending festivals. We tried to find out what the trends are, how the other countries were doing. We were very active with local festivals. We were active with MPCP, even Q Cinema. And in fact, merong Cine Filipino that we used to handle na included yan dahil nga sa pandemic. So, nasa mind na namin yun. And then, we planned for it, and I think the right timing happened in God's perfect time, as you know, we all say, happened. Biniyayaan kami ng Mujige. Tapos nakapasok kami sa MMFF with Himala, which we are doing.
Congratulations!
So, meron pa po kaming ibang pelikula na nasa slate na namin for 2025. So, parang I think this year is very lucky for us when it comes to film. So, all the time that we planned for it and the encouragement we got from our chairman, si Mr. Tony G, yun ang nag-push sa amin na gawin ito. Hindi siya madali, lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Pero sabi namin kasi kung hindi kami mag-contribute sa industry, then parang nag-give up na rin kami.
Right.
Diba? So, we want also to support in our own little way.
Thank you, Miss Mado. Janelle's next question is for the director and writer. Direct, ang question dito ni Janelle is, ang sabi nila, Mujige hits close to the Thai hit movie, How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. Is this true? What's your take on this comparison?
Na-pressure ako dun kasi napakagandang pelikula yung Grandma Millionaire. Pinanood ko rin siya and sobrang naantig din ako dun. Siguro close siya because of relatability. Dahil nga yung family ties with the grandmother. Ito naman, mas in-establish natin yung family ties between mga tita. Kasi for sure, lahat kayo dito, tito, tita kayo ng mga pamangkin ninyo. And parang ngayon lang makakaroon din ng pelikula that highlights or gives that spotlight sa mga tita na sobrang magmahal sa kanilang mga pamangkin. So, parang nakikita ko nga sa trailer, mga comments ng mga tao na parang, oh, ako din, tita ako, parang ang sakit-sakit sa puso, mga ganyan. So, feeling ko, hopefully, na-hit namin yung sweet spot na yun sa about family ties.
I'm curious lang, dito sa venue natin, meron ba ditong ayaw mag-anak? Wala pa. I'm curious lang kasi parang yung mga millennials daw, kasi di ba direct yung mention mo kanina, parang they prefer not to have kids.
Yung iba, parang for parents na lang. Meron naman marami pa rin, pero medyo hindi na alien yung idea that not having a kid is somewhat na hindi ka makukumpleto.
Gusto kong tanongin tuloy yung mga support cast natin. Donna, ikaw, what's your take on having a kid?
Meron na po ako, isa, may 10-year-old ako, so di na ako pwede sumagot. Oo, meron na. And kung madadagdagan, parang wala pa namang dadating na join ko mag-dad. So yun, pero parang gusto ko pa ng kapatid, pero hindi ko pa naiisip. So,
Okay. Si Kate, ikaw.
na-pressure ako ng slight kasi matagal ko na sinasabi na I'm one of those na I don't think I would do well as a mother, but because of recent events, it's namulat na ako na, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to not have children, but there's also nothing wrong with wanting to have children for myself. And I think that's where I am now.
Baka mabago ng pelikulang ito ang iyong...
Nabago.
Nabago na. Ayun na nga. See? Ana, ikaw naman. What's your take?
Meron na rin po ako.
Ayan.
Well, gusto ko pa ng isa. Yung nabigay sa akin ng anak ko, naging Naglalo ako nagpursige akong magtrabaho para sa kanya. Siguro kanya-kanya na naman talagang take yun. Pero, as of now, trabaho po muna ako.
Trabaho muna.
Isa muna, dahil ang hirap po ako magdadagdag pa nang hindi ka naman prepared.
Okay. Alexa, ikaw, as a millennial,
I'm actually a Gen Z.
a Gen Z, ibang generation pa.
Yeah. Lalo na siguro, but sa totoo lang po, medyo namulat din ako sa movie. But of course, right now, that's not at all something I think about. Not even in the near future. I feel like I want to pursue my career muna. Of course, and establish myself and secure myself and the future of the child I might want to bring to this world. Pero siguro po sa malayong future pa. But I am a fur mom, and that's as fulfilling also. Ikaw?
Okay. No, kasi I think that's a normal, mindset ng iba, lalo na when they're focused on their careers first. So, iba-iba talaga priority. Wala siyang one size fits all, di ba? Alright, ang next na question is from Matt Suzara from La Coachera Lovers. Direk, ikaw makakasagot nito. How did you come up with such a diverse cast? Paano ang naging selection ng cast for this project?
Nakaman ako sa mga tanong. For the cast, tulong-tulong po kami nila Miss Madonna, Miss Grace, and Miss Noy and Raywin in creating the perfect ensemble. Pinipintigan mo rin kung bagay talaga sa isang artista yung character. So marami sa kanila, first thought pa lang namin sila na may iba na nag-grow lang na parang pwede siya, pwede gano'n. Hanggang mabuo siya. And we're so happy with this cast. They all performed well. As in, minsan pag nag-viewing kami, sino favorite character mo? Hirap namin sagutin kasi lahat sila may kanya-kanyang baon. Ang ganda-ganda, galing-galing nilang lahat.
Thank you, Direk. Next question, pare-pareho to, from Romel Gonzalez, Jamara Lee Adriano, and Alexa Con. It's for Alexa. What was your reaction, first reaction upon learning that you will be doing a film with a popular Korean actor? And how was this experience? Could you share some memorable experiences behind the scenes?
At first, I was a bit nervous and not going to lie, medyo na-intimidate ako talaga kay Jisoo. Kasi ang
tangkad Jisoo, what's your height? What's your height?
Hindi ko siya matignan ng diretso, kailangan na matingala ako.
6'2". Ikaw, Alexa, anong height mo? Without heels. 5'2".
5'2" on a good day.
On a good day.
Pero hindi, I was really excited then kasi I know how professional Korean stars are and I've never really worked with anyone na Korean star. So, the first time I met Jisoo, it was for the look test. So, parang in a way, sinabak na agad kami sa trial scene without really the formal introduction. So, I was a bit intimidated. Pero I saw in his eyes, wow, na-open naman siya. So, kinapalan ko na po yung mukha ko, kinausap ko, nakapag-eksena ako sa kanya, and nagbibigay talaga siya. Kahit feeling ko, hindi niya ako naintindihan minsan, nagbibigay talaga siya.
Mahirap yun no? Yung parang, di ko alam kung maiintindihan ba ni Jisoo yung emotions na
No, not the emotion, more on the Tagalog.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's a really smart actor, so with the emotions, he could understand me right away.
Right.
Tapos yun, day by day, natutuwa po ako sa kanya kasi nakita ko na nag-open up siya sa amin lahat. Like, sa una seryoso siya, pero nung pang ilang shoot na namin, nakikipagbiroan na siya, nagjo-joke na siya, tapos nagpapaturo po siya mag-Tagalog. So doon natutuwa ako, kami ni Ate Kai, kasi yung madalas niyang pa-eksena. Natutuwa ko sa kanya, nagpapaturo siya mag-Tagalog, tapos nagkikwento siya about his life in Korea, tungkol sa dogs niya, tapos mahilig din siya sa mga stray animals. So sabi ko, ay, magiging friends tayo.
Pet-friendly.
Yes.
Let's ask Jisoo this time. How was it working with Alexa?
It was an honor to be working with famous star. Yeah. she's really kind and sweet, and even she's younger than me, but she's very mature. And she helped me to get used to on the set. So it was very fun, and we did TikTok together. Yes, TikTok video, you know.
TikTok.
Yeah. So it means like we are friends.
Right.
Yeah. So it was fun, and it's like I like to work with everyone. Actually, they'll always really welcome to me because sometimes I don't understand what they're saying, but they're always trying to translate and explain everything. Like even it's hard. They always try to like communicate with me. So I was really thankful to everyone. Yes.
Richard, nakita ko sa trailer, parang meron kayong heavy scene together ni GC. Parang may confrontation kayo, parang magkaharap kayo or something. Sa table ba yun?
Although hindi yung pinaka-heavy scene.
Right.
We have discussed a little bit of confrontation. Pero we took it in a light way naman.
How was it working with him?
Gamitin ko yung term na ginagawa nakaka-intimidate. Nagkaroon ako ng free thinking na baka ma-intimidate. Pero the issue is what considering lahat ng mga katrabaho ko is one of the most focused at well prepared. Alam mo nag-prepare siya when it comes to
Right. Wow. Well, good job. Good job, Jisoo. Most focused. Follow up ni Romel and Jeffrey Perdon of Kapamilya Online World for Alexa. Is this your first time to portray a character similar to being a mother in a project? And what were your preparations?
I think it is my first.
Right.
Because I've done a little more mature roles, like sa ugali-wise mature, but ngayon lang po yung sort of mother guardian type. My preparation, well, ang una po kasi yung character ni Sunny, ayaw talaga niya. Masungit, mainit ang ulo palagi. Medyo relate naman ako doon ng slide. Hindi, joke lang. Pero it wasn't that hard for me din naman po to prepare. Kasi as the days would go by, mas napapalapit din ako kay Riley. So the relationship, how it grew, how we bonded, it was very natural and it just really happened. And sobrang ginaid lang din ako ni Direk na yung maibigay ko, yung natural lang, yung normal lang, kasi overthinker po ako ng slide. So doon ako tinulungan ni Direk na maibigay ko yung best ko. And hopefully lumabas siya and hopefully yun din po yung makita ng mga tao pag nanonood